It's a quiet night in the German countryside, and a young woman is in labor. She is alone, surrounded by the sterile white walls of a maternity home. But this isn't just any maternity home. It's a place run by the Nazi regime, a place where the birth of her child will be used to further the Nazis' goal of creating a master race. The baby is taken away from her, and she is left alone once again. She thinks that her child will be raised in a supportive environment. But that wasn't the case at all. This was the reality for many women and children in the Lebensborn program, a Nazi eugenics and racial hygiene program aimed at increasing the birth rate of Aryan children through selective breeding. The stomach-churning events that occurred on these Nazi breeding farms are a dark chapter in history that should never be forgotten. Welcome to History on Fleek. Today, we examine the shocking details of the Lebensborn program and explore its legacy on modern-day society. The Lebensborn program was a Nazi initiative, and it is one of the most horrific events in the history of the Third Reich. This program was responsible for the forced pregnancy and mistreatment of women and children, all with the goal of creating a so-called pure race. The origins of Lebensborn can be traced back to the early 1930s, when Heinrich Himmler, the head of the SS, became increasingly concerned about the declining Aryan birth rate. Himmler believed that the survival of the German race depended on increasing the number of pure German children being born. In response, he launched this program to encourage the birth of racially pure children. The first Lebensborn facility was established in Munich in 1935, and by 1939, there were over 20 Lebensborn homes across Germany, Norway, and other occupied territories. Initially, the program focused on providing financial support to unmarried mothers who were pregnant by men deemed racially pure. The children born in these homes were considered part of the master race, and they were given preferential treatment in education and employment. The key figures involved included Heinrich Himmler, the SS leader himself, and Gregor Ebner, who served as the program's administrative director. Other influential individuals were Dr. Karl Brandt, responsible for selecting women for the program, and Dr. Leonard Conti, who oversaw the program's medical services. Himmler was the driving force, the man with the largest role in creating and building this program. He was directly involved in its expansion and many day-to-day operations. Gregor Ebner, the administrative director, oversaw the construction and operation of the Lebensborn homes. He also managed the program's financial resources and fundraising efforts. Under his leadership, the program grew rapidly. Lebensborn's objectives were achieved through a range of policies and practices, some of which were extremely disturbing and cruel. One primary method was the forced impregnation of women. Women deemed racially pure were often chosen to mate with racially pure men, whether they consented or not. Some women were raped, while others were coerced into sexual relationships. The program also sought to separate these children from their families and communities, raising them in homes specifically designed to reinforce Nazi ideology. Children in Lebensborn homes were indoctrinated with propaganda and subjected to extreme physical and psychological abuse. Many were also subjected to medical experiments and forced sterilization. The selection process for these candidates was a crucial and chilling component. Women who met the criteria were encouraged to have children with similar men, regardless of marital status. The selection process was overseen by Dr. Karl Brandt, who used criteria like physical appearance, family history, and political beliefs. Women considered racially pure were subjected to medical examinations to confirm their eligibility. The program's efforts to increase the Aryan birth rate were extensive. It provided financial and material support to mothers pregnant with racially pure children. and it encouraged women to have as many children as possible. One of the most disturbing aspects was the role of forced pregnancies and the mistreatment within the facilities. Many women impregnated against their will suffered extreme physical and psychological abuse. The children born there were also subjected to mistreatment. They were often torn from their families and raised in environments designed to brainwash them with Nazi ideology. The Lebensborn program was not limited to Germany. It quickly spread to other countries under Nazi occupation. The program was particularly active in Norway, where around 8,000 children were born to Norwegian mothers and German fathers. Norway had initially sought to remain neutral, but Germany invaded in 1940 and the country fell under Nazi control. The Lebensborn program quickly gained a foothold, operating a network of maternity homes and nurseries. In Norway, the program was particularly ruthless. Women were often forcibly impregnated by German soldiers. Many of the children born under the program were taken from their mothers and raised by German families. The program also operated in Austria, where it was used to facilitate the adoption of children with Aryan characteristics, particularly those fathered by SS soldiers. The goal was always the same: increase the number of racially pure children and create a pool of potential supporters for the Nazi Party. The unsettling controversies and legacy. The Lebensborn program was highly controversial due to its racist and eugenicist aims. Its emphasis on selective breeding was widely criticized, both inside and outside of Germany. Many saw it as a cruel and inhumane attempt to force women to bear children and to create a society based on racist beliefs. It was a gross violation of human rights and a threat to the fundamental values of equality. After the war, many Lebensborn children faced discrimination and stigma due to their association with the program, and because they were often born to unmarried mothers, many were rejected by their families and communities, facing significant challenges throughout their lives. They often struggled to find acceptance and a sense of belonging, enduring ongoing prejudice. Resistance to the program came from outside Nazi Germany as well. Allied forces sought to undermine it by bombing and destroying Lebensborn facilities. After the war, the destruction of these facilities and their documents was a top priority to prevent the program from being glorified or emulated in the future. The legacy of the Lebensborn program is complex and multifaceted. It is a stark reminder of the horrors of Nazi ideology and the importance of promoting tolerance and respect for all people. Conversely, the program has had a lasting impact on discussions around eugenics and reproductive rights. Contemporary discussions around eugenics often center on the ethical implications of genetic engineering and selective breeding. The Lebensborn program is a chilling reminder of the potential dangers of these practices and the importance of ensuring they are used responsibly and ethically. Similarly, its legacy continues in discussions around reproductive rights. The program was a clear violation of the rights of women and children, and a reminder of the need to protect these rights in all circumstances. It is essential that we remember and learn from the history of the Lebensborn program. We must honor the memory of its victims and work to prevent similar atrocities from ever happening again. By recognizing the dangers of extremist ideology and protecting the rights of women and children, we can build a more just and equitable world for all. This is the Factual Source, and we'll see you next time.